It's a great day here at, oh, what the, why did it go that way? It's a great day here at Keck Filet's YouTube channel. I am your host, D Keck Filet, and today is actually a video, a law guide, OP11 law guide that I actually released free on my Patreon about a few weeks ago. It's to make it as simple and easy for any gamer trying to do that. The main reason I want to bring this up, in One Piece right now, we're having a little bit of an issue, is that the game has just gone a little stale, waiting for the ban list, waiting for OP12. And OP11 in this format is actually really tough to really take too seriously. And even with that though, there is ways to find some fun around it, still playing a competitive deck. And that's what Trafalgar Law is, and actually might be even better in OP12. We're looking forward to. If you're looking to pick up the deck and you haven't decided, but you're looking just to find a little bit of inspiration, right? To find a easy guide to play it. This is your best 10-minute guide with this. Let me know what you guys think of the format, how that's done. You can find the Patreon link down below in case you want to read it instead of watching it. It's absolutely free to you guys. But yeah, make sure you guys like if you like this kind of video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And without further ado, let's get into the goo. It's a great day here at Keck Filet's Patreon. If you're seeing this, you may have saw this from a YouTube video or some link to get you here. And I'm doing a law guide. I was considering making it cost you money, but I've decided just to make it free off the get-go. You know, man of the people, right? My results are actually pretty decently locally on the sim. At a regional that I went to, I did well in side events. The main event, I did go 6-4, and then switching up the list. Honestly, a little unlucky with my matchups that I saw, but here is like a full law guide, and I'm just gonna go through this, guys. In this guide, it's kind of interesting. You can read through this guide for free on my Patreon. This is just me reading through it for you. So you can just read it without me, but this is an easier way to do it, okay? So the law guide for lazy gamers. What to expect, really, is you're going to get a deck list. Breakdown for what actually matters, which is your mulligans, your searching, your curve, the lethal lines, and that's another video for that. So you guys may have to click on another video just to get there. And then matchups, and I do not have video examples of the matchups, but I will be posting some video gameplay in a YouTube video. So, I just want to make it easy for you to read. If you don't like reading, you can watch the guide here, guys. You're gonna click this link. You're probably already watching this if you click this link. So, with that, you're gonna start reading here. Number one, why play Green Yellow Law? And my thing is, he's a consistent leader with a win condition that's actually really aggressive. I prefer aggressive decks because sometimes you can just beat your opponent before they even get their foot down. And you do need to know the main thing is you need searchers. Searchers win you the game. It's actually our biggest weakness is if we draw no searchers, we just can't win. If you don't draw searchers in a bad matchup, it's probably impossible to win. But we play 11 to 12 searchers at any given time, so it's fairly likely, and those searchers also grab other searchers in case, right? The reason why it's important, you do a lot of flicking abilities where you'll pick up the searcher, and you maybe just play it back down, or even like a green law that picks up green law, plays it down, draws you a bunch of cards, right? I know this is a lazy guide, but for the love of God, read all of your cards, know what they do. Trafalgar Law, I'm going to read this to you at the very least. With one Dawn activate main, if the total cost of your characters is 5 or more, you return one of your characters to the owner's hand. You reveal one card from the top of your life. If that card is a supernova type, with a cost of 5 or less, you may play that card. So we're cheating out cards from our life. Hopefully, most of the time, we're going to be putting those cards into our life to call them out. Sometimes we might see it randomly because it's face down. Oh, it's a good 5 cost. We might call that out, right? So, Kid and Killer can also search you other Kid and Killers. Make sure you read your cards, right? For you, these 2 deck lists, and I have 2 deck lists for you guys. You can click on the link and look at these. There's going to be a link here. So if you click on the link, it's just going to open up the Eggman deck builder. So then you can read through every single card. Make it a little easier for you guys. Okay. And I actually want to go over the standard strategy first. My standard strategy is you play searchers. You're going to go low on life, right? Maybe not immediately. I take the first damage almost every time. But you're going to go low on life. You're going to play 1, 2, or more blockers and get a huge hand. You're living on the edge most of the time with a big hand and tempo over your opponent. If they end up on the back foot, trying to then clear your board, because that's what they usually have to do not to lose, they have to attack your 6 cost characters and then also your 8 cost kid, right? Damage denying does not work against green yellow law. Be comfortable going to low life. A bit of a preamble for my deck lists. You should use a deck list that you may know or find. Customize it from there to fit your comfortability. There is no set for.
Alright, this is actually the deck list I'm currently running right now as far as August 4th goes. You can change some things. I prefer Tashigi more than anything. That's really the biggest difference here. There's a couple other cards, but feel free to mix it up as you guys go.
Sure thing. This first list, I've been playing this list a little bit. I was doing a list very similar to it for Vegas. And this exact list went second in EU, even though EU is kind of a strange region, right? Good players beware. Yeah, it's good. The main thing is between these 2 deck lists, some run 7 law, some don't. In my YouTube video, I'm going to talk a bit more about the deck list, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but I'm preferring this one now because 7 law is actually pretty good. And here's this, if you guys wanted to copy the deck list and put that into the sim. Now, this deck list, the no 7 laws, you can click on this to look through it. It plays some Dashigis in here, so you can play around things like 9-drop Shanks or other removals. It'll just rest it instead. It doesn't come up that often, realistically, right? And with that as well, guys, yeah, there's no 7 laws. We just play out more things like 5 law, which is pretty good, and playing another Bonnie here. Honestly, a pretty fair deck in general. You are playing 2 Hody Jones. I want to say a small effect of 2 cards. Okay, Hody Jones obviously is super good. Uses the finisher. It's hard to play 2 Hody Jones in one game unless you're playing against Blackbeard, right? Just the fact that you have the accessibility to 1 Hody Jones usually makes it so your opponent has to play around it, which really messes them up. But a lot of time they'll put you in a situation where if you have Hody Jones, you win, and you just don't have it, so it just kind of depends. Another card that's really good that should always be a 1 of is Room. Room is so good. You get to 1 or less life, you can stand up any 5 cost or less Supernova or any XE character. Sometimes you may even stand up your Cavendish because they're attacking your Cavendish, and you'd rather just keep it and they put you to 0 life, and then you play out an 8 cost kid while using your Cavendish. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Also, when they go for lethal lines, the extra 2k counter, you can block an attack and then 3k counter out and stuff the blocker out. It's fairly popular. The deck list is also here if you guys want to copy it and put that in the sim. I like this a lot. Actually, I think a lot more people prefer this list right now than the 7-drop law, but that's it's just kind of what's going on. I think the 7 law does have its ways around. So now to break down what actually matters, do you go first? Do you go second? What are we mulliganing for, and how do we use this deck? First of all, I personally like to go first but you can go first or second. With the defensive build, I have been liking going second more. With the build with all the laws, like the 5-drop laws. But with the 7-drop law build, I will usually fight for going first because getting that 7 law on curve is just really good, right? Early game and tempo is what we play this deck for. It explodes at 5, 6, 7, 8 Dawn. That's how we use the deck. We explode on these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dawn turns, right? Cheating out cards from life and attacking your opponent is going to set you up to win. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to go over the mulligan because this is what happens before. We already established first is really good, second's good, but it changed a little bit what our curve is going first or second. Actually, it changes a lot if we're going first or second, what our curve is. Okay. First of all, the mulligan, we're looking for searchers, like purely search. If I saw like these 2 cards and no searchers, I'd probably mulligan it. I'm looking for Luffy's and Kid Killers, right? Bonnie is an okay backup here. That's why we have it here. I might mulligan if the rest of the hand, I maybe keep the hand if the rest of the hand's good and I have a Bonnie. But if I don't have any of these, I'm definitely mulliganing. A little bit of a tier list, which actually might help out, guys. Searchers, laws, 1-drop Beige is good, 2-drop Beige is good, and Bonnie. We're never mulliganing for cards like 8-cost Kid, 7-cost Law, 7-cost Hody Jones. We're not mulliganing for them. We're hoping just to draw into them, especially if they're supernova cards. We can just search them anyway. So the curving going first and second. Going first, my ideal choice, right? You want to get a searcher out and play those up and get to your 5 Dawn turn. You'll 99% of the time take the first damage. More bodies out, the better for your 5-cost Law. And sometimes you have to play out like weird cards just to do that. And I'll tell you, if you have like a choice between playing the Law or playing a Cavendish, okay, you'll play the Law if you have a lot of bodies out. You'll play the Cavendish if you don't have a lot of bodies out. Because when you use the Law ability, you'll end up picking up a card and playing it down, and then you have nothing to pick up with your Law other than like a really good card, which you don't want to do that. So you end up just kind of sitting there like, oh, this could have been a Cavendish instead. So you do want to set up your 7-drop on curve when going first as well. And hopefully you have like already a searcher down, right? So you can pick that up, play out the Law. It's gonna be a fun time, right? So first curve, first 3 Dawn. You're gonna 1 and 3 Dawn. You're gonna use as many searchers as possible. Maybe play out a 2-cost Beige if you have nothing else to do. But search as much as possible here. Swing 5, swing 6, maybe, right? And then on 5 Dawn turn, this is where things really explode. You're going to Cavendish into a Beige, into leader ability, into Law. Sometimes you don't have this Beige, and you'll just leader ability this Luffy in your hand, and sometimes you have the Law in your life, but you'll just pick up whatever and then play down this Luffy again. Just search another card, especially for your 7 Dawn turn when you're really looking to 7-drop into some other 5-drop that's actually useful, right? Obviously, we don't want 2 5-drops on curve. That's pretty awful. But this is generally our first Dawn going first curve, right? With going second, this is where you kind of have to be pretty lucky, actually. But if you aren't, we can recover pretty well on your 6 Dawn turn. Because kind of pretending we're on our 5 Dawn turn, but a little extra, literally an extra Dawn room. On your 2 Dawn turn, you just need to get to 2 Dawn worth of characters out. So that could be a Beige. Kid Killer is the best. 2 1-drop Luffy's is better, right? Even a 1-drop Luffy into a Bonnie is okay. If it's not worth getting out, you cannot use your leader ability on 4 Dawn turn. So just consider that, right? If you can on 4 Dawn, use leader ability with a 3-cost Bonnie or a 1-drop Beige with playing out like maybe a 2-cost or 2 1-costs, right? Especially if you have green Law in your hand, you want to get out as many bodies as possible so that you can use and flicker the green Law. If this really fails on that, your 6 Dawn turn, like if your 4 Dawn turn fails, on your 6 Dawn turn, you can do a whole lot more. It's just like your 5 Dawn turn, right? Note on your 8 Dawn turn, you may want to set up 8 cost Kid. So be prepared to have Cavendish in a safe area. Because if you want to play 8 cost Kid, stand up 2 Dawn, put Dawn on your, your kid. That's kind of what we're going for, right? So, first of all, second curve. Okay, 2 Dawn, pulling out any searcher we can, hopefully getting this. 4 Dawn, ideally, right? Either putting down a Bonnie and then doing a Cavendish, or the opposite, playing on extra cards and playing on the law. Whatever you can do on 4 Dawn. Sometimes this might just be, oops, I didn't draw what I needed to do the previous turn. I need to throw down a whole bunch more searchers or something like that. Okay, that's the main thing. 6 Dawn, go crazy, establish Cavendish, hopefully get like a beige out there, set up 8 cost Kid, do what you can, right? With this too, you're gonna be maybe attacking your opponent's board. It just kind of depends. Other than that, you can actually have quite a bit of a high roll if you go second and you see this combo. It's actually better than going first, but it's just not as consistent. I guess the question is, what should I search, right? What should you search? By going by what your plays are, going first or second, grab what you want, and then you may want to take risks of grabbing something and leaving other things alone. So I know that sentence didn't make a whole lot of sense, but depending on if you're going first or second, grab what you need. Okay. Play a lot of games. Understand that, number one, I think Cavendish is extremely important, right? When searching things. 3 cost Bonnie or 1 cost Beige is pretty dang good. Pretty dang good, especially set the Cavendish. 5 cost Law allows you to flicker a lot of things. Sometimes I'll even choose this over other things if you have a searcher, because it'll set you up to find those other things later, right? And then other searchers is also very good. Also on top of that, 8 cost Kid, you only play 2. This is a great 8 cost Kid deck. You want to just eventually grab that, or even maybe prioritize it if your matchup's pretty based on winning with 8 cost Kid, right? A bit of a searcher tier list here. Again, searcher's good here, but Cavendish and Law, super strong. I think Luffy is specifically better as a searcher. The beige, right? The blocker one, an 8 cost Kid, because you're going to find it eventually, and then obviously this Bonnie in a pinch when you need to actually use your leader ability. With lethal, okay, guys, this is kind of like, we have to end the game at some point, right? Lethal, going for lethal. This is more of a fundamental. This deck has a lot of amazing lethal turns. For a more basic fundamental, please watch this old video. I'll have a video linked here about winning lines and getting more cards out of your opponent's hand. This is a video I did with 2 Dawn Crew. Really, I just copied I read through their Patreon. That it is free, it's a free article. And it has a lot of great fundamental ideals. So there'll be a video here for you guys to watch. I'll put it also down in the description for you guys to watch as well. Note, swinging base numbers is the best way against any Gum Giant deck. Usually 6K or 7K against any Beer Luffy, right? So you're going to swing 6K at their leader or 5K. Swinging base numbers is going to be really, really good, okay, when going for lethal. When you do this, they sometimes have Gum Giant out of an attack that they should have only given a 1K. So if you swing 6K and they have to give you a Gum Giant, like a 4K counter for something that should only take 1K, it's pretty good. It's a big win, right? Some things you have to know is, number one, if you have Cavendish, use some Dawn somehow. If you play Hody Jones, restand your 2 Dawn, and then, or if you don't have Hody Jones, you put 2 Dawn on a character, swing that character, right, first, use it, then use your leader ability, pick up that card, and then swing Cavendish to get the 2 Dawn back, right? Restand Law is great with Cavendish. Not always the best play if Hody's available, if you can rest some blockers, but it's really freaking good. Hody Jones just simplifies everything. Note, you guys can pick up Hody Jones. You can swing with Hody Jones, use your leader ability, pick up Hody Jones, play him back down. If it's beneficial to do that, resting their blockers, whatever that might be, that's going to be great. Okay. I do have a video here. Watch this video here. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's in the description down below. It's in the Patreon links as well, but it's in the description down below. Watch this for lethal. It's a lot of lethal examples. Actually, guys, that's the end of the guide. I'll be having, if you haven't seen it already, a YouTube video where I do a bunch of just sim games. Should be fun. But yeah, I want to do more with this in time. But thank you all for supporting me. Thanks for reading this. See you all in the next thing. Ciao.